Hey, it's Sean. So this is the living room. We just tore down the wall. Actually, this was months ago, but I'm finally kind of filling in the video here retroactively. But one thing to keep in mind when you're taking down a wall like this, I would recommend it in the right circumstance, right? Obviously, you have to have a plan for what you're gonna do with the space after. So don't just think, oh, this is a trend and we got to tear down this wall, right? The other really important thing to remember is that in a lot of homes, these types of like full length walls are load bearing walls. So what happened in this house is that we have trusses spanning the entire length of the house, or length, not width. So they're going from the front wall to the back wall. Those are the load bearing walls. Everything in between, just because that's the way the trusses are designed, are not load bearing. So that allowed us a lot of freedom with, hey, let's tear down this wall, let's rebuild this wall. As long as you don't attach them to the trusses, you're good. Trusses are built to sag a little bit, so you don't want to put any interior walls that are not supposed to be load bearing up touching the trusses. This is a pretty old house, so if they're gonna sag, they've probably already sagged. But doesn't mean they won't move still. So keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that a lot of houses are framed with just a ridge beam and roof rafters and have to bear on interior walls. So you gotta be aware of where your load bearing walls, where your shear walls are. You know, again, this is just a rectangular box. So it's all of the shear walls are on the outside, and the design is so easy to manipulate that we were fortunate enough to just be able to tear this whole wall down. But in a lot of homes, you'll have shear walls that keep your house from racking side to side and falling over in the wind or an earthquake or something. You can have those interior, so you got to be aware of which ones those are. You don't want to tear one of those down because your house could fall over. Also, load-bearing walls, same thing. If there's, so these walls sometimes act as a beam, and your roof will actually bear on the top plates of the walls, and those 2x4s usually, or 2x6s if it's a lot of load, will be holding your roof up. And if you do want to tear those down, you have to replace them with beams and posts. So just be aware of all that. Make sure if you're doing this, consult with anyone that has access to your building plans and make sure you're not tearing down something that's structural, because a lot of people that I've talked to doing jobs for people have wanted to tear down structural walls, and you kind of got to explain this whole concept to them of like, hey, you're either going to have columns coming down and it's going to be a beam and we're going to have to shore everything up, which is going to be a little more costly, or your house is gonna fall over. So it's good knowledge. That's it. That's all I got.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay.
What?
I was just gonna say, I assume you came and visited your grandmother when she lived here.
Yeah, I mean, a long time ago,
Time ago, yeah.
but it's been a while. You got gloves and everything?
I'm good.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't come here that often. Yeah, we could just turn that off too. The electricity. Yeah.
I can come in behind you if you want to cut it.
Okay.
Just start taking out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Radio 93.7 FM.
you leaving all the, you gonna leave it in that location or you move it there? You gonna try to keep it
I think
for simplicity?
no. We're figuring it out.
Yep.
We should just take all this out, right?
Classic Rock Connection, 93.7, the River Rats.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring it back to that other side. Yeah. Oh, here's my tool. Yeah. No. I think I'm gonna keep the depth because
Got somewhere to put the cabinets and, or what?
yeah, I want to be a little seating, like a little could be like a little corner nook or something.
Okay. Sounds good.
But I still got to figure that out.
And you put this on CAD or something and try to
Yeah.
dimension it and draw it out a little?
Yeah.
'Cause,
But
yeah,
it doesn't always help me.
Yeah, I don't know if it would help me either. I mean, I'm not an architect. I always got their drawings and then I just did the design.
Totally. Yeah.
Structural.
That's what I'm used to too. So I'm
I'm
like,
with you,
ah,
man.
I don't know.
But I have to admit, sometimes I'm surprised at how bad the space is utilized.
Oh yeah.
Stupid.
Yep.
It's a little easier living in Denver to find things.
For sure. It's part of the fun. Man, those things were just sawed in half, huh?
Yeah, this one, I don't know if that wasn't you.
No.
That way. Yeah, this one.
That's pretty crazy.
Somebody doing plumbing.
That one too.
Yeah, they hit that.
I wonder.
Probably an electrician.
Yeah. But that's how you can see there's obviously no weight on them.
What is this too? Just for the electric heat?
Yeah, I guess for now we can just move it up. And I mean, at some point I just gotta bite the bullet and go spend a day in the attic and reroute all the electrical. I gotta pee right now.
What do you guys
Just outside. Oh yeah, I gotta label these wires. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's a question for him. I know she made like these, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow. Cameron, your mom do pottery? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's neat. Good. You all right?
Yeah, yeah. Whoop.
Knew it was coming.
I need something that I can, even a tire pressure gauge would probably work.
I need a new gauge and a new valve, right?
I don't think I want to change the gauge. See what you think.
The guy at 215 ended up getting beat on. All right, how can I help you? What do you think?
I don't know.
What's this doing up here?
What, the pipes?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure Dad told you. God.
Is this the ones he
Yeah,
glued?
did you?
He used the wrong glue on?
Yeah. Yeah, most people are just like, have it really well planned out. Just waiting on the one fitting. He's redoing it all in ABS. And then my friends are coming from Denver on Thursday night, so I might have them pick it up or I'll just ship it, I bet. And then I'll just go up there and make sure they're not in a bunch of insulation.
Just push them back up and then everything down.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to reroute them all anyway. I went to the Slammer the other night and they had one in the bathroom and it was nice, man. I was like, whoa, all right. The old jailhouse. Yeah, I think you would like that place actually. No, that was all locals. It was the open mic. It was just got old dudes in there. What do you think of this, Les? The opening. What do you think of it being a? Yeah, I think it'll be good too. Just got to figure out where to put everything. I think what we're gonna have to do is put the fridge on this side. I don't know about this now. The lady I've been working with, interior design, she was like, you need to have a big kitchen table somewhere. Like you need to have it. Originally we were like gonna just continue the cabinet out right here, which would be nice. Yeah, I think a couch on that wall and a couch on this wall over here. A TV on this wall. I am standing right next to this window that is looking out at Harvard, Princeton, Yale, the collegiate peaks, and this is the living room. It brightened up both the kitchen and the living room. You know, before we kind of had the doorway right here, and this was all a wall. It made the kitchen feel super tiny. I mean, maybe not tiny is the right word, but it was kind of just dark and like gloomy in there. You had the two windows, but it still felt small. So opening up this wall, you know, as you can see, I'm working here now. It feels a lot better in this actual room. And I'm really happy we did it. The open floor plan is gonna be interesting. I've never done an open floor plan like this where the kitchen is like completely meshed with your living room, which could be a little weird, but I think me and Nicola, the interior designer, who you'll see in the next episode, she has a big plan for it, and I think it's gonna work out well. Basically, we're gonna have the fireplace right next to the kitchen, which will be cool. Hopefully we'll get these pianos out of here soon. But really, the open floor plan, that's really trendy right now. I'm sold on it after we did this. We're gonna get even more light when the French door is put in. And just having this bigger space, especially in a smaller house, I think is really important. And being able to use your furniture in a way that is meaningful and will make a space feel like a real space rather than just a big empty room is also important. So, like I said, that might be a little challenge, but we're here. I'm glad we tore the wall down, and I'm not sure if I'm putting this at the beginning of or the end of the video yet, so why don't we do a little walkthrough? Actually, no, because this is so much later than it's supposed to be, so yeah. A lot of help from my dad, my aunt, Les, and JD came all the way from Denver just to tear down this wall with us. He got rained on from a lot of blown-in insulation when we removed the top plates. So thankful for those guys, appreciate it, and see you in the next video.